The Wild Asia TV team, when we spend our time in the jungle, are very eager about what our friends, the animals, are doing. And so their comings and goings, we are eager to capture on film and be able to bring it to you. In that way, through these images that we bring to you, those secrets of life in the jungle, in the natural habitat, we are able to enjoy and relive. So do join us on another little safari that we undertake today with the Wild Asia TV team. Okay, let's go. We have this squirrel in the jungle. Charles Darwin proposed at one time that humans also possessed a tail, and that humans are now very proud of the fact that they do not have a tail. But as far as the squirrel, the giant squirrel, is concerned, he's very proud that he has a tail. The tail interpreted in two different ways, but perhaps the squirrel does not know that we once may have had a tail. Look at him.
The Wild Asia TV team, while making a visual record of the activities of the animal kingdom, came upon a jungle squirrel. It turned round as if to say that his most valued possession is his tail. The jungle squirrel is the largest animal of the species Rodentia, to which squirrels, mice and such belong. This animal is referred to as the giant squirrel. In Sri Lanka, located in South Asia, two varieties of giant squirrel exist. Of those, this particular specimen is found in the dry zone. It is light brown to enable it to merge into its background, but the giant squirrel found in the wet zone has a black stripe on the back. The tail too is quite black. Its long tail enables it to maintain balance when it jumps from tree to tree. Their staple food is fruit. Because of this, their two front teeth keep on growing.
There is a sky above and mud below, but when it comes to slinging mud, it has often been observed that the mud slinger himself must waste in the slime. Well, there is sometimes inability to sort out which is mud and which is solid land, but this is a story about mud.
It is a harsh, scorching day. The heat is bad for the elephants. We of the Wild Asia TV team know this perfectly well. On such a sizzling hot day, we came across several elephants. They looked as if they were wearing makeup. They apply earth and mud as protection against the heat and the sun. In addition, they apply mud to protect themselves from insects. This is very much like the human habit of applying cream to protect the skin.
You know, there's an African proverb which says that when elephants fight, it's only the grass that dies. Have you seen elephants fighting? Oh, it can be terrifying, yes, horrifying. But really, these sorts of scenes are only confined to the limits of the jungle. The elephants fighting.
Herds of elephants take life easy. They are joyful. With the early morning sun, they indulge in various activities, especially the young ones. They have various sports. This is one such occasion. Two elephants, about 12 to 15, wrestle with each other and display their prowess to their herd. A well-known saying states that you cannot have enough of viewing elephants and of viewing ritual dancers. But it is difficult to watch elephants wrestling. It is said that when these giants are courting and wrestling, it is the grass that gets crushed.
You know, the Wild Asia team have been given the responsibility of covering the activities and events in the jungles among the wild animals. Now, as you can imagine, this takes and demands a great deal of patience, but it is a responsibility that is owed them. And there is a need to spend long hours to be able to bring these images to you. Actually, we might even think of this as a form of meditation.
The shoulders of this kite are black. It lives on the grasslands. It captures prey, watching sharply from a dry branch or from an open glade. The Wild Asia TV team captured this hawk while it was seeking its prey during the daytime. In English, this bird is described as the black-shouldered kite. It is known by the scientific term Elenus caeruleus. We came upon this bird in the dry zone. Its identification marks are its black shoulders and its slight body. You can detect its red, bright eyes when it comes near. This bird is quite clever at aerial acrobatics and at floating freely in the air. When it detects prey, it flaps its wings and descends towards the prey swiftly.
Monkeys, it has been known, are no respecters of persons. You know, they can be a terrible nuisance. They steal things, they flick your purse, and from your bedroom or from wherever you are carrying fruits, they want to snatch it away from you. But not all monkeys are that way, especially those that are in the jungle. Oh yeah. Now, our Wild Asia TV team, we are respectful of our friends and they of us. And we went in search of a group of monkeys which conduct themselves impeccably.
Of the apes, quite closely related to man, the monkey tribe is very similar to man in some forms of behavior. When the sun is very hot, they gather in trees in packs. It is then that jungle gossip starts. My daughter, it is high time you preened yourself a little. Try some shampoo on your hair. The Wild Asia TV team vaguely overheard the monkey mother's words to her daughter.
just the way we might encounter in human society, way in the deep jungle too, we come across some who are a little foolish and in need of wisdom. Looking closer at all of this, it might appear that there's not too much difference between them and us.
The hornbill perched on a dry branch. While perched that way, he heard a sound coming from the trunk of the tree. There had to be some type of insect inside. Could be a tasty morsel. The hornbill decided to make an effort. He tried his utmost. His long bill couldn't be inserted into this tiny opening. What is impossible cannot be achieved, however much one tries. Amongst birds that possess large beaks, the hornbill is outstanding. It has the largest beak of all. Generally, this bird is about 61 centimeters. Its main diet consists of fruit and insects.
There is a proverbial saying amongst those people who travel in the jungle that if you were to meet a fox, then the chances of your seeing other animals is vastly increased. Well, that's the belief. But we also know that the fox is a sly animal.
The Wild Asia team met this fox. This meeting proved that the beliefs prevalent about it are mostly true. The jungle folk say that the fox is a tale-bearer. He may be running along now to tell someone about us. It will be a bit of good news to the jungle folk who know us.
Life in the jungles has its own very specific and special rhythm. It's part of it, it breathes it. And strangely and curiously, this seems to have a reflection on exactly what takes place in the human realm. And we're able to observe there's love, there's hate, there's animosity, there's provocation, and responses that are registered accordingly. And the mandate of the Wild Asia TV team is to be able to capture and report on these just in the manner that they occur. And that's what we've done here now.
The axe is a deadly weapon to the forest, but on the other hand, the axe bird is an ornament to the forest. Its bill is so formed that it can scoop out anything with it. Using his bill, he not only digs the trunks of trees, but he scoops food out of the earth too, using his bill.
The peacock kind are devoted to the dance, as you would well know. And then the youngsters, the young males among the peacocks, observe and learn the pattern of dance from the fathers. And we might very well wonder whether imitating everything that the parent or the father would do would be of benefit to the youngster. And can they imitate their father in everything?
This father and son group, perched on a branch, contributes substantially to the beauty of the jungle. The blue and green markings on the neck indicate that it is a peacock chick. Only a strong, full-grown peacock can carry a long plume. Carrying a long plume, maintaining its balance, and escaping predators are not easy tasks. This may be the education the little son gets from the peacock father. The plumage of an adult peacock is about 200 centimeters in length. At the end of its breeding season, which is from December to May, the plumage falls off.
Just as in human society where the elite are protected by a special squad, so it is in the animal kingdom. There are people whose only duty it is to protect the elite and look after them. When you look at it, in this business of providing cover for the elite, there is no difference between the jungle and the humans.
Roaming the jungle is our duty. While going about our duty, we came upon an assembly of the giants of the jungle. We think this was a secret meeting. It was well guarded. The security officers were slightly disturbed at seeing us. Their leader came towards us to make inquiries. This leader looks aggressive. He had his legs twined together in a fierce mood. When he recognized that we were Wild Asia TV, he went away subdued. But what was this meeting about?
When we of the Wild Asia team are out and about, often it is that we are privy to the most amazing scenes, and this is one of those. We're able to observe a mother bird in mid-air giving a little kiss to its young. But that's not all. They even feed while in mid-air. Now, this kind of scene is usually quite hidden from general view. Enjoy it.
The birds of the swallow family live in association with water. These can be seen extensively in the southern region of Sri Lanka. They are seen mostly near rivers, waterways, and near the mouth of streams. The sharp-eyed swallow swoops down on the water and captures its prey. The prey so captured is fed to the young ones in the air itself. This swallow takes fish as its staple food.
Some are exceedingly proud of their antlers or horns. Not so in the human world, but in the jungle, those that have the antlers rule. But as we said, that's in the jungle. But if you lock your horns in better, well, that could prove a little difficult and complicated.
At midday, in the scorching sun, a herd of deer approaches a waterhole. These, known as spotted deer, belongs to the Axis ceylonensis species. The males of this species possess developed antlers. These antlers help them to engage in battle for personal survival and also to win mates. These antlers are also an adornment. While he isolates a female due to the power of his antlers, those fawns, whose horns are still growing, rehearse for future leadership battles.
In recording stories of the wild, this is a new approach that has been undertaken by the Wild Asia TV team, who consider it their prerogative and indeed their pride. And so it is that with a new focus we are able to bring to you rarely seen footage and scenes from the jungle as accurately as possible, portraying the real life as it occurs in the jungle. And this is our responsibility as the appointed media personnel for our friends, the wild animals. And so it is our promises that we would meet again soon with more stories from the wild. Bye for now.